Are we gonna finish on the driver, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so do like I'm gonna hit this at least one more time, and then do a little wrap up, thank him, and say something funny, and then Ben make fun of Tursky. Nah,
So just keep doing what I've been doing?
yeah, exactly.
So, just keep...
So we're just over at the manufacturing facility. Boxes and boxes and boxes of crazy prototypes you and Bryson have worked on through the years. Some really, really cool stuff. I've picked out my favorites, like the craziest looking ones possible. We're gonna hit some and you're gonna tell the story behind them.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, Andrew. Now this is a stock 7-iron that Bryson currently plays with. So King Forged One Tour, his LAGP prototype shaft, the Jumbo Max grip at 37.5. So this is literally a backup gamer of Bryson. So we're gonna start at, essentially that's gonna be ground zero for our experiment here. 66-degree line angle, which he's currently at. So
Okay.
let's see you hit this one. Which
For reference, what's a normal line?
normal angle for a 7-iron is typically gonna be, say, 63. So this is only gonna be about 3 degrees upright, so not crazy.
Okay, not too bad.
Not too bad yet.
All right, does not bend, feels like a 2x4. Let's give it a shot.
That wasn't too bad. I think subconsciously in your brain, you know it's upright, so you're...
It's different having a grip this big too.
I'd say you almost figured it out.
I would say the dispersion's actually really good right now. I just hit them all in a bucket. I mean, it's nowhere near where I was aiming, but...
No, that doesn't matter though, right?
No.
All right.
It's consistent.
All right, that was easy. Let's move on to something a little more of a challenge.
What do you got for me?
All right, so this was another fairly recent experiment. We did this about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So this was another King Forge Tech prototype head, but we were experimenting with onset and face progression.
Okay.
So same shaft, back to his gamer shaft, same Jumbo Max grip. Line angle, I'm guessing, is probably 68 on this, given the time frame. But from setup, you can see there's definitely onset versus
There's about a
offset.
½ inch of onset.
There's quite a bit.
For the people at home, what does onset actually do for performance?
So typically onset is going to help, it should help in theory flight the ball a little lower, but as we determined with this and Bryson hitting, it didn't really do what we thought it was going to do.
Okay.
Behind the golf club, that doesn't look a lot different, but when you set that down and you see that the leading edge is sticking out a lot further than where the hosel is,
I think it's scary.
that's just such a different looking golf club, right? So
If you have shank problems, this is great though.
absolutely,
This is like shank-
that should actually
face
cure
is,
it.
yeah, exactly.
The face gets in the way essentially.
I'll shank it now.
Be cool if you did.
This is weird. Very weird to look at.
Oh, look at you.
For me to be able to hit them.
Yeah, I
It's a
think
very unique experience right here.
I think we're gonna get into something maybe a little bit funkier here. Now that
Let's get weird on 'em.
now that you're warmed up and smashing it.
Yeah.
This is one of the original sets of irons that I did for him. This would have been right after we signed him. So this is a forged MB 2-iron head. That's had a bunch of weld laid on it to increase the sole width. And it's also been cranked to 20 degrees, but I think the key here is it's at 72-degree line angle.
Okay.
So this thing is gonna look like it's straight up and down.
Am I supposed to stand like this? Is it a putter?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically how Bryson stood to it. He stood very, very tall, feet were fairly close together. You know, posture was still pretty good, like his back was still in alignment, but he was literally standing almost straight up and down.
Okay. Oh.
That's not bad.
I actually hit the center of the face. I wasn't expecting to do that.
No, I fully expected a grounder. Well, and you know, one of the things I think visually that makes it look so weird is this par area right here, right? Normally there's a nice little transition there. There's a nice flow. We've basically eliminated it, so it literally looks like the hosel is attached to the left side of the score lines.
I mean, that is not the weirdest
Right.
part of the head, but that's a factor for sure. I mean, I could see like the additional welds that you put in back here at address too.
Yeah, so that helps, I think.
That helps get height.
Yeah, that helps overall, right? We lowered the lowered the CG, and obviously turf interaction-wise, that helps a ton versus having a tiny, narrow little blade. And
Right.
you know, that's over double the size now in sole width.
I mean, I'm just resting the club just on this. There's like an
Yeah, there's a.
comes off the
I was
ground.
gonna say there's one little point where it's actually resting.
Not too bad there.
Carried like 210.
Okay. You probably carried it like 260, but okay.
Well, he would now. No, then it was probably
Yeah, back then this was what,
That was prob-
2016?
yeah, it was probably a 220 club for him
Okay.
then. 215 to 220.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
was sitting as far as Bryson 4 years ago.
5 years ago. But who's counting?
Yeah, we don't have to
Yeah.
edit that.
No one's counting. Well, since we're on the subject of easy clubs to hit,
Yeah. Is that what we were on?
so yeah, we were.
Oh no.
So we're gonna go with
Is
a
it 48 inches? Or?
this is a 46. So we're gonna keep it easy for you. We're just gonna go stock length for Bryson, which is 46 to end of the grip. So we cut it at 45.5. This is a rad speed driver, one of the Bryson specials here. This one currently in its setup is at 4 degrees.
4?
4 degrees. So probably about the same as your putter, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see any.
You're definitely gonna want a
I
tee
see
for
no
this.
face at all. Yeah, I'm not gonna hit this off the deck.
You a high tee guy, low tee guy? Try that one. That one's probably better. I don't think it matters how high the tee is. I don't think it's gonna get airborne. So
All right. Just let it rip, right?
see what you got.
And dead right barely off the ground, just as expected.
That literally looked like a fall ball to right field.
Bryson would outdrive me by what, 100? About 100 yards, 120?
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels good. That
Yeah.
doesn't hurt the ego at all.
One more rip.
All right. For the people.
I think you can get one to go less than 80 yards right. I'm confident in
Try to
you.
rip this one. Getting the
A
routine.
lot of confidence in you.
Really?
A lot of
Sounds like-
confidence.
Sounds like false confidence.
I'm sure right. I don't. Ugh.
I mean, that was ripped. It's just way right.
You actually did it that pretty good.
I think we can end on that one right there, man.
I think so. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Yeah.
This was a real pleasure. Thank you for letting me hit these Frankenstein clubs.
You're very welcome. I think it was definitely cool to see. You're obviously a pretty good player. You got a good swing, so you can somewhat manipulate it and kind of make them work. But you can see how much different his golf clubs are than pretty much anything else you probably ever played, right?
So much different, but I actually really like some of them. Like I would consider throwing something like that in the bag. And it actually eliminated my typical miss. So you and Bryson might actually.
Well, that's the point of this whole process is to make better clubs for everyone. You know, so if there is something in there that's going to be better, then yeah, we want to take it and run with it.